Can you imagine going to your opening playoff game and nobody's in the seats?
The Phillies take the field and ready to be carried by this crowd, which has been electric since the gates opened 2.5 hours ago. That's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's just on. This is what number ones are about.
Pitt swung on, line to third. It's fair. Out of the reach of Berger. It's down the line. Rojas will score. Sliding in with an RB.
Like, come on.
That's why.
Shame on you, Tampa.
Shame on you, Tampa. I hate Tampa Bay anyway. I don't hate. Hate's just such a strong word.
It is strong.
Yeah, I don't like Tampa at all, especially with that Rondé Barber bullshit. The fuck out of here. And Joe Vicious. Fuck out of here, Tampa. All right, but we talking football. Y'all know what time it is.
Showtime!
Welcome everybody back to another episode of the MoneyPot podcast and the MoneyPot betting show.
MoneyPot.
This is NFL Week 5.
The five time.
I am the host. I am the CEO. I'm the president. They call me Moss Money. And of course, I got my homie with me. They call him Diddy. What's up, boy?
Hey, man. Another day, another dollar.
Motherfucking money making Mitch. Everybody eats, B. Everybody eats, B. Had to give me something brown, bro. It's been a long day.
Damn.
We've been working.
6 o'clock.
You figured me out. You got me red-handed.
Chill.
Getting ready for the game or something?
Chill.
So happy hour?
What time is the Phil's game? Is it 8?
8.
8. And we got Nola against who?
Against
It's what's boy name? I know who you're talking about. Big on the S, right?
It's right at the tip of my tongue too. But that's gonna be a bullpen game for them because they need to do whatever they gotta do.
You think it's you don't think he
Braxton Garrett.
Okay.
Well, the tip to like closeout games, just a heads up. Like, and this might be a steal just to our listeners too when you're talking baseball. Closeout teams that are possibly getting closed out, starting pitchers, you can probably go under their strikeouts. Usually they might be like 5.5. If you get like a 6 or go under. Because one is already hard to get that many strikeouts. But then two, the managers are quick to kind of go to the next pitcher because it's a closeout. They got to give him everything you get. You know what I mean? You got to give him everything you got so you can stay alive. So that's the opportunity. It happened just now in the Toronto game, Toronto, Minnesota. Starting pitcher goes 2 innings. They pulled him right out.
Yeah, I believe it. Especially if the other team start hitting.
Right.
They
really on a short leash.
Quick.
Yeah,
you get the hook quick.
Starting pitcher under strikeouts for closing teams is a little tip.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's what we do, man. We drop gems everywhere, man. Don't let them know you do NASCAR. Ooh.
That's sometimes, man. That's really like a little sprinkle.
Yeah, a little sprinkle on NASCAR. Look at you, boy.
More tennis.
Look at you, boy. We taking over everything. Black man betting NASCAR. I like that. You know what I mean?
You really got a drink though in your hand. Dang.
I do, brother.
Should have told me for the pot. I would have caught it with you. We could have.
Yeah, it's all good. Next time.
The bar behind me.
No, I see it. But if you guys are new to the show, after a little bit of talking shit, a little bit of shit. After you're new to the show, first of all, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification so you know when we go live. We've been cooking in college football. We're cooking in NFL. I'm about to show you that right now. If you're not used to the flow, we always do our recap of last week. Bring up your boy. I didn't give my intro, man. If you don't know, now you know. No, I did get my intro. That's what I'm talking about. That yak must be kicking in. look at your boy here. I was on a little downer, man. I took some L's, heavy L's, right? Went last week, took some heavy L's and then started off the week, in the red, but then we fought back pretty good. Probably would have swept the rest of the plays if it wasn't for this Cleveland mishap here with Watson being the show was done on Wednesday. So I get the videos out Wednesday night, early Thursday. And by the time I made the bet, because I make the bets because these are the lines where they are, Watson was now, questionable, not 100%. Next thing you know, he gets pulled. So obviously that game was a miss. But still in all, hit on some props, but really kind of took off later in the day. Had a good, decent week, I would say. A lot more probably bets than I would really probably want to. But that's just because of the fact, one, these two teaser bets, which I felt like was almost gimme bets with Philly, San Fran, and KC. You could do that any other way. We should have probably went heavy on that because I think you had the same teaser. Not even you gave it on the show, but I think you still had the same teaser with two or at least three of these.
Three.
All three of them in there. So, but we finished strong, and those two teasers saved me 2 units on the play. We are up 6 units in NFL, 32%, 14-9. Still clipping over that 60%, man, which is good. Professional bettors typically hover around 54, 55, and high end are in that 58, 59, clipping that 60. So we don't claim to be professional bettors, but damn, we're betting like them. So make sure you guys follow your boys. Now over there to you, homie B Diddy. I wrote this teaser down because I had it in here. I don't know if you won this one though. The Jags in Atlanta under 50. Did that Miami and Buffalo one get you?
Let me go back to my spreadsheet.
I think it might have. Real quick, I can go back to as well.
So we had I had the over in Miami and Buffalo. So
the over.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
over.
so that
over
definitely hit.
54.5. The unders in Atlanta and Jacksonville, unders in Tampa Bay, New Orleans. That hit.
Oh, okay, damn, I had that all wrong, messed up.
The big one
All right,
was
little
the
update.
Was the teaser.
Oh well, you didn't lose then.
No, I didn't. No. You had me on the L. You had the L in there.
I didn't have anything. I wasn't sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no L's.
Yeah.
No L's, baby.
No L's. We take no losses, man. I like
No
that.
L's.
I like that. And we'll drop that perfect sound bet for you.
No L's.
Perfect.
No L's. I like that.
We had the 2-team teaser with the Eagles and in Kansas
Yeah,
City.
KC.
We had that
Yeah, I got
3-team
that,
total teaser with the unders and the one over in Buffalo.
Yep.
And then we had the 4-team teaser. It was Eagles, Kansas City. This is the one I did lose. Miami had Miami plus 15.5 with Arizona. I'm sorry, with San Fran.
Okay. So we're not wasting time. We'll just give you the L. And then it's -1
I just said no L's too. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. 1.
And that those teasers was the Eagles Kansas City teaser. That was 3 units.
Oh, that was a 3-unit play?
Yep.
Oh,
and the unders was a 2-unit.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about this one was a 3-unit play and this was a 2.
No, the Eagles Kansas City teaser.
Okay. I'm sorry.
The 4-team is always my 4-team teasers are usually 1.
1, yeah. All right, so
that's too many teams that really kind of put a lot of money down.
Yeah, there we go. All right, that looks better. Yeah, look at that. I was about to say I know you'd be up. So right now, homie B Diddy, 5-3, on NFL, up 5 units. Can't be mad at that. We almost thought we had the perfect. So I'm had to snatch that perfect back. But still 4-1 on the day. That's a good fucking day. In terms of bets, I didn't get a chance to get Sharp's numbers up. I will. He did send them in the chat. So
did you get my Seattle pick?
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Seattle's
okay.
right there. Yeah, I got you. But like I was saying, if you found the boys straight across, ain't no negatives up here. You would be if you found us blind on NFL. I forgot Sharp with that 220 unit plays here. But if you following your boys, man, up over 50 units if you followed the plays blind and you use the unit size that we've used. 50 units. That's $5,000 based off $100 bet. Man, we are cooking. Can't say it enough. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you hit the follow button on all social media platforms, whether it be YouTube, X, or I am on TikTok. I don't use TikTok as much, but I am out there. I'll be putting like parlays and shit up there, but not too much on TikTok. But if you want to follow the homie, MoneyPot Moss on TikTok, get at me. All right, let's get to the week. Let's get to the games. I don't got nothing. You got something on that Thursday night game? I think you might.
Thursday night.
Oh, you do.
I do.
What a dookie bowl this is. You told me about the Jets earlier, and you betting on the Bears and the Commanders.
No, this is a funky week, man. This some of these lines are real sharp between college and NFL. I really want to kind of stay away, limit my exposure. I think that's what I will do. In the meantime, we like action. Thursday's up next, and we got Chicago going to Washington. Chicago coming over after a terrible, embarrassing loss to the Denver Broncos. That organization seems like it is upside down right now. They panned into the ownership box, and the owners and managers had their head down, they hand in their face. It just looked real bad. Then you got to go to Washington. To be honest with you, I think Washington probably had moral victory last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're going to carry that. They're going to have that. They're going to carry that momentum into Thursday. I know it's a short week. Chicago can't do too much in that short week. So give me Washington on the first half. That should be what, -4, -3.5,
-2.5.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind. Just jumped up -3.5.
Oh, shit. If I get that 2.5, that'd be great. I think 3.5 is good. I think Washington kind of just keeps the pedal down here. The main thing about Washington, they can run the football. I think that's where Chicago's have some issues of stopping the run. Then they can play action out of that and hit that Terry McLaurin. Although I do know that there is some people on the injury report today. I want to say Curtis Samuels hit the injury report.
I think he practiced though. That last I saw.
Did he practice today?
I think he still practiced, but he was just on the injury report.
Okay, well that's good. Like that's a good thing. I like them coming out early in that game, kind of setting the tone against a very, very terrible Chicago Bears team, who I think want the season to be over ASAP. So give me that. And you can also look at a little player prop possibly, and that's for Sam Howell, maybe rushing over 12.5 yards, getting out the pocket, getting that first down. You'll get that 12 yards real quick, especially against a team like this. So that'll be my little small lean on that Sam Howell rushing yards.
Let's see. Look, is it up? Yep, 12.5 -140. And my John must have got bet heavy quick. You think it opened at -140?
Yeah, because I just think that he's been running like every game.
Yeah.
And with that being at 12.5 and it's an early line that just dropped, it's just one of them things that you just want to jump on. So that's a heavy lean for me. I'll probably sprinkle like a half unit on that play.
Roscoe Johnson. That's not his name, but Rashawn. It's gotta be Rashawn. Yeah, Rashawn Johnson.
Yeah, so we look at it. He had 6 carries last week against the Eagles. He's going to chase out that pocket for 40 yards. Buffalo, not as much. Only 1 carry, but he had 18 yards. 2 carries in Denver for 13 and 2 for 11.
So he's right there.
He's right there. Yep.
Yeah, he's right there for sure. Yeah, I like the bet, and I like that the props just dropped too. So, that's good for. This was a prop week for me, but I don't have a play on this game. I'm not even gonna watch this game really, to be honest with you. But I do like the play. I think the spot is right. You get you just got a great game from um, what's home is it? Fields. You just got a great game from Fields. He threw for 4 touchdowns. I don't think he had a pick or anything like that. So I think the spot is right. Washington coming off of pretty much a division loss, tough loss,
Tough loss,
but
short
showed
week.
some fight. Short week, showed some fight. And Chicago just got their heart ripped out because Denver came back. So I definitely like the spot. Definitely like the spot for sure. For sure. All right. My first best bet, that's a straight bet. Now that the props are out, I'm probably be during the show. I'll probably be looking for some props while we talk. But my first best bet is going to be Baltimore here at -4. I know this has always been a
Mhm.
tough rivalry matchup between the two. Also, there is known for Tomlin to be great underdog at home as well. The problem I have here is even though I read that Kenny Pickett said he is going to play, I'm not sure if he does. I'm basing the fact that I don't think he's going to play. Of course he's going to. Of course he's going to tell the media he's going to play, right? But they were almost thought he was done for the season,
Mhm.
and now he's just going to come back and play then the week after, and not even that be effective. I don't think so. This Pittsburgh team, unfortunately, has just like the Ravens, has gotten killed with injuries. Hayward's out. I think the tight end, Pat, don't know how to say his last name, but he's hurt. Kenny Pickett's hurt. Najee Harris has never been a great running back for some reason, even though I like his skill set, just hasn't produced. Dante Johnson is out. I think Pickens is on the injury report as well. So they are beat up pretty good. It's really just TJ Watt on that team. So, and believe it or not, I mean, I thought it was a better record, but in Pittsburgh, Lamar is 2-1 in Pittsburgh over his career. So I like the -4 here. The Ravens have been here before where they're at. They're kind of somewhat getting healthy. I think I saw that Bateman is practicing, Odell is practicing, so he might get some guys back, this week as they kind of work back from injury. So they might be starting to get healthier. They're 3-1 too. It's not like they're a quiet 3-1 too as well. And the last two games, Lamar's just taking the games over. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns. I believe he's got I want to say almost 7 or 8 total touchdowns in the last 3 games. And they're just figuring ways to win this game. And he's going to be a big part of it. I am waiting for his rushing prop to drop. He's averages almost close to 50 yards against the Steelers in terms of his rushing in 5 games. So that hasn't dropped as of yet. But yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens. I'll take them straight up -4, not buying a point, anything like that. I know it's tough to play in Pittsburgh. Obviously, a rivalry game, big divisional game, but I just think Pittsburgh's too beat up here. Just not a good spot. And they had issues with the coaching staff. I didn't even read into it, but I know Tomlin said something about he knows the shortcomings of the coaching staff. So they're not making any coaching changes. A lot of turmoil right there that we typically don't hear, and something as steady as Pittsburgh Steelers. But give me the Baltimore Ravens -4.
Yeah, I mean, this was a game I actually looked at. I kind of stayed away, kind of to what you were saying as far as it being a rivalry game, and those games are usually played close, especially there in Pittsburgh. There's a lot of turmoil in Pittsburgh right now, especially in that coach's office. A lot of people are upset about that offensive coach who has done nothing for the offensive coordinator. For some reason his name is not in my brain right now.
Is that the issue? Is the offensive
It's
coordinators
the offensive
having?
coordinator.
Okay.
And then he's kind of standing strong with his coaching staff, which makes sense. You don't really It's still really early, right? You don't want to kind of have to make that change this early.
Yeah.
So I can understand him not making that change, but I think everybody thought he was because he said that in the press conference right after the game. With that
hmm
being said, like you said, they are injury riddled. Same for Baltimore. Baltimore's injury riddled also, but they kind of showed off at that
They've been
Cleveland
here
game,
before though.
and they
I
have,
mean,
and they played well against
they've
Cleveland.
never.
That was a big showing. Although Cleveland didn't
Yeah,
have
they they ran over Cleveland. They
Yep.
just didn't beat them. They ran
And
over. They ran.
that defense was supposed to be, the truth. So
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you here. The line is a little sharp at -4. Okay, so you're like right there past the key number. I stayed off it. I'll wait till later on to see what's going on.
Yeah. Let me ask
But
you
I
this
do like
about
the
this
play.
game before we move on. If Trubisky gets the start, where's this line go? Half, full point, one
I don't
and
think
one
I
and a
really
half.
tell you the truth. I don't think they even. I think Trubisky
Let me ask
probably
you
is
this:
already
do you think
baked
it's
into this
baked in
line.
already?
Yeah, I think it's
You
already
think it's
baked
already
into this
baked
line.
in?
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense. And you
Like if
actually, you know what? You're
if
right. Yeah,
anything, it might go the opposite way if Kenny Pickett plays.
it might. Yeah, it might drop a half. It might go
Yeah,
to
like a
three and a
half,
half.
3.5,
Yeah, and then
maybe.
I bet you it'll get back
Yep.
up. I bet you it'll go back to 4. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think this line is baked in that it's going to be Trubisky for sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's keep it moving here. I think we're both on this game. Next game, believe it or not. We both got best bets on the Houston Texans and Atlanta Falcons.
Don't ask. I said, don't ask. I said, don't ask. No question.
Talk to me, man. What you got?
I'm
Oh
jumping on the train,
man.
man. I'm jumping on that Houston train, man. That Texan
Okay.
train looks really, really good here, and I'm fading Atlanta. I
Mm,
can't follow a team that has no offensive production from the quarterback position. And in this league, you need to be able to push the ball downfield. And when you're playing against a team that's been showing up every single week, besides what the first week of the season when they played at Baltimore, um, you know, the young kid CJ Stroud has been on point. I think he has no interceptions, no turnovers through his first four career games. Last week they embarrassed Pittsburgh, so he got the momentum. Jacksonville had a big win in Jacksonville, 37 points and 30 points over the past 2 weeks. That's a lot of momentum going into this game against a team that cannot pass the football down the field. You want to tell me Atlanta's going to control the game by running the ball with BJ Robinson, who's very good. He reminds me of like BJ kind of reminds me like a young Steven Jackson, right? I don't know if people remember Steven Jackson for the LA Rams. Very, very big, very, very strong, very, very decisive at hitting the holes, very elusive. And I think he's the future for Atlanta. I just think that Ritter is not the future at the quarterback position. And
yep.
Houston's going to play defense. They have been playing defense. They held Pittsburgh to 6 points and knocked their quarterback out. They held they held Jacksonville to 17 points. And if it wasn't for Indianapolis and Richardson able to run all over the field, which nobody can do in Atlanta, then they probably would have held them down to some points too. So give me Houston here on the plus side. It seems a little fishy, it seems a little trappy, but I like it. I'm gonna buy an extra point to get above the 3, and I'm gonna rock out that way. And I'm just gonna believe in Houston's gonna be to carry that momentum into Atlanta.
Yeah, I think the handicap is right. And I was waiting for some props, but they don't have any props for this game as of yet. I was looking at CJ Stroud over his passing. He's just been balling.
Balling.
Doesn't have any turnovers as of yet. And like you said, they've won their last 2 games and looks like they might have kind of turned the corner here. So I'm actually going a little bit different, but you kind of hinted at this offensive production versus a team who's kind of can't really score. And I'm going over the 19 and a half Houston Texans total points. Really like that bet. I don't see how they don't get in the 20s against this Atlanta team. They're not going to grind them down and run the ball. They're going to throw the ball. That's just their identity. Pierce hasn't been what we thought he was last year. I think Pierce had over 1,000 yards last year. So he hasn't got loose yet. And Atlanta's a little stingy on defense. So give me the team total over Houston Texans 19 and a half.
Yeah, and I think if you want to give any credit to Atlanta, is that they can run the football, and they do play strong defense. They're ranked seventh on in total yards, and are ranked fifth in yards per play. So they are pretty stingy. Pretty stout middle tier against the rush, but they're pretty stout in the back end on passing yards. So you might want to be a little wary on that. They are strong on the backside of that defense. But besides that, and them being able to run the football, I just think Houston has the momentum. They're just really a little more active, if you get what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
believe a little more in that coaching. They're, like you said, they're turning the page. And I feel like Atlanta just kind of has no identity and they don't know what they're doing. They know they wanted to do. And if they get down early, they can't catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think scoring 20 points is going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Makes you
can come
happy. I
back
like
from
that.
20. So the two props that I'm looking at too, just so you guys know, is the CJ Strode, and then Lamar Jackson prompts, but they haven't hit these two games as of yet. So we'll kind of keep it moving for now.
Is Riddler
So
out there?
those
Does
are
Riddler have any props at all?
nah, these props aren't up. They're trickling in right now,
Mhm.
but they're not up for this game for this particular game just yet. So
And mind you,
um
that total is 41 too. So just know that they're saying that Houston's going to be half of the production offensively with that 41 total.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see a 20 like a 21 type like 13 game. Even yeah, I think they get that, because if they don't get to 20, it screams the under,
Yeah.
right? I mean, especially with Atlanta, if you don't think Atlanta's going to win. So what Atlanta, what I mean? Like Houston would have to lay an egg. Houston would have to score only 10, 13 points. And the way their offense is playing, I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens. All right. So like we had talked about how because the next games are the 4 o'clock games. These 1 o'clock games, these lines are really sharp, really on point. I did have one more bet, and I feel like it's a trap, bro. I really do. I have him in a teaser, but this Miami Giants game, like, can the Giants get any worse? Like, can it get any worse for the Giants? And I mean, I think you
Yeah.
said it best yourself. Trash. like Daniel Jones is trash. Um, there's been people who've compared him to Hurts. It's not even close. Miami laid an egg in Buffalo in a big time spot and got smoked. Um, I feel like this 11 is probably right where it should be, but double digit points in the NFL is always tough to come by. I definitely have them in a teaser for sure. Let me just look, because see, the lines are updating and dropping now. First half don't look too bad. That's what I was kind of looking at.
That's
Was
my
first
play.
half.
Smack that.
Oh, yes, right. You do have a. I'm sorry. Let me go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, best bet. Go ahead. Dolphins, Giants.
You gonna
Talk
throw
to
it
me.
on me now? You was already in the middle.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just threw
right.
it
My
right on
bad.
me.
Yeah,
Uh,
I forgot. I forgot that you had this as a play. My bad.
I mean, yeah. This is the Giants are in a very tough situation here. They got Miami and Buffalo back to back after what we just saw on Monday Night Football. And I don't think, like you said, you can get any worse than what you presented at home.
Hmm.
I mean, but then they did get zeroed week one. Bro, this team is just horrible.
They
Uh,
are.
Daniel Jones is God. I mean, this old line's not helping him, and he's not good. So I just can't. I just don't understand how they can do anything here. I know Saquon
Good call on
Barkley
the
might
O
be
line. He
back.
was getting crushed back there
Crushed.
with the
11
sacks.
sacks. 11 sacks.
Yeah, I
I
forgot
mean,
about how bad that was.
it lets me know they quit on him. So for me, I think they're saying that Saquon Barkley might be back, so that might give them a
He's
little bit of assistance
he's
to slow
limited.
down the rush.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, defensively, I, I think the numbers are a little skewed because Miami just played Buffalo. You know, and they got bombed, and it was an air
Hmm.
raid. So I think that the defensive numbers statistically is a little skewed against Miami's defense. But I think they actually play. They come back here in a spot at home. Most likely, it's going to be probably the weather's going to be an impact.
It's supposed
And
to
they're going
rain.
to be no, as far as heat, I think it's going to be warm down
Okay.
here. It's going to be warm all weekend here. I think it's going to rain up here, but it's going to be warm all weekend. Um, but I think there's going to be an opportunity for Miami to get after Daniel Jones. They're going to expose those old linemen again. And then you know what they're going to do on offense. They're the most explosive offense in the National Football League. Who's going to guard and stop those guys on the outside? And then they're going to be able to run it freely up the middle. Two running backs that are getting after it, and the rookie Acheon and Mostart. And you pair that with those speedsters on the outside. This is going to be big, man. I don't see how New Jersey Giants can keep. I'm sorry, the New York Giants can keep up
I'm about to say
at
New
all.
Jersey Giants. You just said New
Yeah,
Jersey?
they play in East Rutherford. They should be the New Jersey Giants. They play in Jersey.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the first
but
half bet. I might tell you on this one.
yeah, give me first half early. I think they make a statement early. I mean, if you're Miami and you're in that locker room after what just happened to you, you're humbled, right? All that
Well, you're mad.
flashiness. You just put up
You're
70
mad.
the week before, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all was real hype and dancing, and then y'all come the following week and get y'all ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they come out strong here. 11 points isn't enough. I like them first half. I like them full game. This is going to be in the 30s, and I don't see how New Jersey Giants.
Fuck was that about? Dude, you're weird.
I'm sorry, New York Giants score.
What the hell is wrong with you, bro? Stop
Yeah.
saying goddamn New
No, the
Jersey Giants.
New Jersey Giants.
I
They
never
play
heard
like
it.
they playing like a New. I don't know. They
No, I
playing like
don't give
that.
a shit. I ain't never heard nobody say the New
New
Jersey
Jersey
Giants.
Giants.
It sounds like it's a TV show. New Jersey Giants.
They playing like the little Giants for sure.
For sure. For sure. I would probably be look out for the running backs props to score a touchdown. I mean most what's his name? Mostart has he has 6 touchdowns, and I think the rookie has maybe just as much. If I'm not, let me look. He has 4.
Yeah,
He has 4 touchdowns. So yeah, they're not going to be able to deal with the speed at all. So I would be looking at all overall props. I mean, Tua is already at minus 215. He's opening at minus 215 at plus 1.5. So in over 284 yards in terms of offense. So I'm sorry, not in terms of offense, in terms of passing yards. I would if you're looking at some Tua props, I'll probably look at this right here, over 38.5 yards. They push the field down the ball, waddles back. Props fully haven't come out yet. Well, some of them are coming out. Fading Waller, fading this team. Total, they just suck. That's really what it comes down to. The Giants are terrible. And if you're a Giants fan, I feel sorry for you because you guys are in a long, long time.
I don't feel sorry for him.
You know what? I don't, but you might as well start. You might as well start tanking. See if you can get that. See if you get Khalid. There's some quarterbacks coming out this year,
Caleb.
right? Caleb, I'm sorry.
I don't know if Caleb even want to go to New York. We'll see. He might
Who
stay.
don't wanna do that?
That
Go to New
NIL
York.
money, he already making $4 to $5 million a year. He may be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and stay here in LA. I'll wait till next year.
Yeah. No, I was talking about you. And I called him Khalid like he's my cousin. All right. I like that best bet though. First half, Miami. We talked about Houston. We scratched the Monday night game. Well, all we got is really teasers, but I want to see if I can find any other props in other games.
What's
that they
the
might
first
have
half team total in that Miami game?
for Miami.
Yeah,
All right, let me go back.
19.5 maybe.
Don't get that for sure. Let's see. That sounds like another best bet.
It's got to be like
First
19.5, maybe 17.5.
It didn't drop yet. It didn't drop yet. It just has the first half total. Actually, let me look at teams. My bad.
17
Yeah,
and
no, this is total. It's just total
Mhm.
points. It's not first half. To win both halves is yes. For even money, that ain't bad.
That ain't bad at all. Damn,
I mean,
that might be a lock to win both halves. Okay, maybe not.
to
I
win
get
both
I get what
halves.
you're saying. But what about double result? Double result might be good too.
I think this was back over here.
First half, full game.
Where was that? First to score money line minus 140 to win both halves. No, we just looked at that, right?
Yeah, find
Mm,
it out.
we might have to find. Might be game props. Fastest score, longest touchdown. When race. Both teams score. Safety prop. No, I did see the three-way though. The three-way was high. It was like minus two something.
It may not be under props. Go to the first. Go to the lines. It might have double result up there. What's it say? There it is, right there.
Minus 250.
Okay. Little juicy, little juicy.
A little. It's a lot.
But you ain't got to worry about that 19 though. I mean that
Yeah.
that 11 points.
Yeah. No, not at all.
What's the money
Yeah, I
line?
don't minus 535.
Yeah, so you cut that in half. You ain't got to worry about it. But all you got to do is worry about this first half. But
Yeah, the other 1 o'clock games all kind of a little bit dookie. I don't have anything on them. You got
no,
anything else on the 1 o'clock games?
no, just some teasers, some
Those
closeouts,
teasers?
some teasers.
All right. All right, before we get to the teasers, let's talk about them. Your Philadelphia Eagles versus the Rams. Philadelphia is favorite now, minus 4.5. Total is 50.5. Money line minus 218. Eagles won obviously last week overtime against the Washington Commanders. Good game, Jalen's best game, I would say, from a passing standpoint. Still got hit a little bit. Defense still leaky. I know they signed was it Robbie or Roby
Roby, yep.
from the Saints. And
Saints.
we keep getting these Saints players. And it was interesting because is he a slot corner? Is he a slot
Nickel.
corner? A nickel?
Yeah, I think he was for a
Was he?
while. Mhm.
Okay. So they want to move Bradbury back out. That's pretty
Probably
much what that
makes
is.
sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
tired
what
of
I
seeing.
wasn't sure why. I was like, why do we need a corner? I was like, is somebody hurt that I don't know about?
Was
But
tired of seeing Job getting burnt. He ain't ready yet.
yeah, yeah,
They're
that
getting
makes
cooked
sense.
on the outside.
So no props as of yet. A little bit, just field goal props. Is this like automatic, like for Jake Elliott? Like I feel like he's the lead leader, a league leader in making field goals each and every game.
I
I'm
do
not.
like that line here in this game. Because I think the Rams can get some stops as far as going in red zone. They are pretty stout up front. Obviously, you have Aaron Donald up there and the rest of those boys. So I do see them kind of relying on the field goal. The only issue you got to worry about sometimes is that we're automatically going forward on anything short of 1 yard. That's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. We're doing a tush push, so that can kind of hinder the field goal. But
Mhm.
I do like that. I think that's good value there, minus 120.
Yeah, I'm looking. So last two games he's got 3 field goals. So I'm going back. We might have a best bet live here. I wasn't even looking at this. I just want to see what this number is um with the game. But while I'm looking for this one, talk to me about this game. What do you see in this game?
Um, the better team right here is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep. East Coast,
Um,
that East Coast traveling west.
the key thing is Matthew Stafford, I think, was hobbled coming out of the last
Yeah,
game.
injury.
He didn't look that great. I think it was a hip injury, right?
Yep,
But I
he's
do
playing.
fear this team a little bit because they show me spots where they can compete. Um, they competed against the 49ers for the most part of that game. They competed against the Bengals, and we know the Bengals are struggling, but that was a spot there for the Bengals to actually win here. That was a tight game, and then they go to Indianapolis in a tough environment, and was Indianapolis hanging in there, and they were able to kind of come out with that victory. So I do think this game is going to be a little bit tighter than most. We are traveling over to the West Coast,
Mm-hmm.
East to West time, so we got to make sure that we are focused and ready to go. Washington kind of took us to the brink, right? Like we had a little bit of a scare there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this Rams game is going to be very similar to what that Washington game looked like. So for me, I'm off this game. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow this would be the loss we get for some reason. I think the best case though is that Matthew Stafford is not 100%, regardless if he plays or not. So we should be able to expose the Rams there in that standpoint. But I just want us to stick to our game plan and run the football. Now we got away from that last week, and we seen what happened. Got away from running the football, and we was in overtime. So hopefully we stick to the run game, stick to the game plan, and get out of there as soon as we can.
So I think the big thing here for me, I have two best bets here. It hasn't dropped yet. I'm waiting for it to drop. I do understand that Stafford hip did hurt his hip, but he is going to play. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to play, and I think he'll be fine. We don't have a pass rush. Just gonna be honest. We don't as much as we don't have a pass rush. So I think he'll stay somewhat clean. I think Reddick getting that first sack was huge for him. Just getting his confidence back. It's been a while. Obviously, we made that bet last week, and so else did the world all of a sudden too after we bet it. Talked about it on Wednesday, but my first best bet on this game is this bet. Give me Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals at -120. I absolutely love this bet. I just did a quick look at it, bro. 3 field goals average in every game so far. This is a bad, like, unless this is, I don't, because the total is 50, right? 50 and a half. Yeah. Oh my God.
I think you might be right. Let's look at the Rams. They play Seattle. Myers had 2 field goals for Seattle.
Go ahead, talk to me. Because
I
I looked at the Eagles and he's had 3 field goals average.
Let's take a look at it. 49ers, Rams. Let me see. Moody had 2 field goals. He had 3 field goals. And let's see against the Colts. Meyer had. I'm sorry, not looking at Meyer. Colts didn't have any field goals in that game.
Well, it's because the Colts suck. They can't move the ball.
I do like the play. I think I'm actually gonna follow you there.
Yeah,
I like this type of bets.
It's weird. It's a weird bet to make for me. I don't really bet field goal kickers. I'd never bet, but it's a 2-unit play. I'm putting 2 unis on these things, boy. Give me 2 units on this play. And my other second best bet in this game when it drops is automatically betting Matt Stafford over his passing yards. Our pass defense is so leaky because we have no pass rush. We've given up, I believe, 300-yard passers, and out of the 4 games that we played, actually I think only 2. I know Cousins had it. Yeah, no, Cousins had it. Jones had it. Baker did not have it. Yeah, so 2. I'm sorry. 2 out of the last 3. Howe almost had. I just looked. I thought he had 290 yards passing, and we actually got to him a little bit, right? We sacked him, I think 5 or 6 times, and he still had 290, probably because of overtime as well. But give me the better quarterback, throwing for 300. The the rumor is that Cup might come back and play in this game. He will be on a snap count if he does. But him and Puka Nacua against whatever we throwing out there with no pass rush. Oh yeah, Stafford's going to be able to throw this chicken around, man.
Hopefully,
So
like I said, he got a hip injury, so let's see. You know, like I said, this is Wednesday. Let's see how it goes throughout the week. But I would
he's playing.
if he
He's
gets
playing.
better, I would look
He
at
he
Puka
he didn't
too.
play with a broken shoulder. He's playing. Trust me. He is playing. He's one of them old school tough guys. So not taking a side in this game because
Yeah.
I think the line is pretty sharp. I would actually unfortunately lean the Rams here with that plus 4.5. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Eagles bomb on them and go up big early. So, and there's another thing too here, man. I want to ask you a question because I had this thought process because we complain and we talk about AJ Brown. But what I've noticed the trend when he gets the ball, we are a more explosive offense than when Devontae Smith gets the ball. Like Devontae does his thing, but like explosive offense, like this thing starts to really like open up is when AJ gets the ball. Like so. For those who talking about, oh, he's a receiver and this is what they do, a little bit of TO kind of look, et cetera, et cetera. Buddy got a point, man. Bro got a point. Big bro got a point, man. Swole Batman got a point. When he gets the ball, this offense is in a different element. You know what I mean? This offense looks different. Love Devontae Smith. He is the future. Think he's going to be great. Got almost kind of like Hall of Fame written on him a little bit here of how good he can be, especially with that wiry frame, body control, gets open, kind of that Stephon Diggs mode in terms of that type of style of play where he, but man, when AJ gets the ball, bro, this offense is special.
Yeah, I
So
mean, he's just a beast out there,
he is a
and
beast.
you really can see his speed, his quickness, as he runs his routes. I think, like you said, he's just hard to cover. I think Devontae is more your sure hands. He's gonna go get you some big plays each and every game. Devontae really gives you some big plays each and every game. Like I said, we just gotta stick to the run though. We gotta help and support Jalen Hurts as much as we can, and running the football is how we do it. You might want to look at Puka prop receiving or receiving yards also this week, depending if how healthy Stafford's going to be. That might be also another play there.
Yeah. Those props hasn't come out for this game yet, and it's probably more likely because Stafford hasn't been named as of yet. But yeah, no, I like yeah, I really like I think that Jake Elliott might be my best play of everything. Like seriously. That's crazy. But I think that's it for me for the straight bets. I don't have anything else unless you're taking the Jets. Um you didn't do that. You didn't even blink an eye at that one.
No.
Sunday night football, man. Big game here. Dallas, San Fran. Before we get to the teaser bets, what you thinking about this game, bro? Anything on this game?
Some people love the 49ers here. I think the 49ers is the best football team in the NFL. They are. They're most
I agree.
complete right now. If they're healthy, they're pretty much unstoppable. I love their defense. I love their linebackers, man. Fred Warner
It's a problem.
is a freak. The speed, you got Greenlaw in there. They can do whatever they want to do. They got pressure up front, cornerback support, and then offensively, you got arguably my MVP so far through 4 weeks, and Christian McCaffrey running the football, catching the football. I mean, that guy has over 900 yards total offense in 4 weeks. Is insane, which means that he's on schedule for over 2,000 total yards, probably 2,500 total yards for the season. If he can stay healthy, that's the main issue. And then you have Brock Purdy, who just doesn't make any mistakes and he just wins. So this is a tough game for Dallas. I
It is a
thought
tough
Dallas
game.
was on the same level. They're just not on the same level. So I do lean the 49ers here.
Mhm.
This is a big game. I'm happy it's going to be on Sunday night so everybody can see it. Um,
Smoking that Cowboys pack.
So everybody can see it. I don't want no excuses come Monday when everybody had.
That is hilarious. I love it.
But
I love
hey,
it.
every time they play each other has been a good game. But San Fran just has their card,
Yeah.
and they don't have no answers. So hopefully Parsons is not as hurt as bad as he was, as it looked like he wasn't last week. He did come back and play, but if he's not 100%, you can definitely forget it.
I didn't know he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, I think he hurt his ankle or leg in the game. He was out for probably a couple series. He did come back and finish, but I don't know
Yeah.
how this week is for him. But a healthy San Fran team can beat anybody handily in the NFL right now, and they're catching San Fran at full strength.
Yep. I agree. All right. Since you rocking and rolling, man, hit me with the teasers. Talk to me.
Fuck it, man.
Oh shit. Damn.
Give me San Fran, dog. Give me San Fran minus.
I
I'm
like it.
gonna buy a point though. Give me under 2.5. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that juice.
You want some of that Cowboys pack?
Yeah,
What you
I want
want?
some of that Cowboys pack.
You
I heard
want some of
it's
that?
special.
Oh man.
Give me
We
that.
talked about this. Christian McCaffrey at 72.5 yards was about the number over 70 where we would start looking at whether it was worth the bet or not. I think it's still right there. He's obviously the best running back in the league right now. Probably a shoe-in to win Offensive Player of the Year. Probably arguably you could vote for him for MVP as well as of right now, especially if he hits those Marshall Faulk type numbers with all 1,000 rushing and 1,000 receiving. So yeah, I like the bet.
Unfortunately, it'll be a waste of money for that MVP because it's a quarterback's award.
It is, but if he rushes for like 1,300 yards and gets over 1,000 yards and maybe over 20 touchdowns, that's tough. That's tough.
It is.
Quarterback. I mean, what quarter? No quarterback's lighting it up right now. Who quarterback's lighting it up?
I mean, if you look at the MVP votes right now, he's like
It'd be Allen, right?
he's only in the
I would
top
think.
10. He's not even in like the top 5. They're not even. It's 5 quarterbacks up there. Lamar Jackson is in the top 5. It's kind of crazy.
I like Lamar. I think Lamar's a dark horse.
Right. We talk about Lamar being a dark horse, and we talk about CMC just having possibly an NFL historic season.
Yeah.
Shit. Derrick Henry had rushed for over 2,000 yards. He didn't get MVP. Like, it's a quarterback.
Yeah, well, that was because that was the year like Brady threw for 50 touchdowns. It's different. Let me see. Let me see where the awards are. Let's talk about it. MVP. Lamar, Purdy. Yeah, Purdy and CMC plus. See, I would bet CMC before I would bet Purdy. But like I'm looking at this, like nobody's on pace to do anything special outside of CMC. I think 20-1 right now. I think that's a good fucking bet.
It is a good bet. He ain't gonna win.
It is a good bet.
You know, I love value. I love the value menu, baby. I'm a value menu guy. But I would probably still sprinkle a little something on it because it's a great value, but it ain't gonna win.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to look because Allen's not even in top 5 passing numbers.
But they love an Allen. They love an Allen.
They love an Allen.
They want to put him up there so bad.
They want to. And let me go to touchdowns real quick, just so while we're doing this, rushing, receiving. It's not going to give me what I want.
For what? For who?
I just want to see how many passing touchdowns he has, like
Who?
compared to the
Allen.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't.
I don't think he leads the league.
No turnovers the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, that'll change.
And let me see real quick. I can check for you really quickly.
Let me see real quick. Complete leaders. Do this live, bro. Let me see. There we go.
He
I
has
got it.
4 touchdowns, 3,
He got
1.
four
No, no,
passing
no.
touchdowns.
I'm counting them.
He's got
7, 8,
9.
9. 9
9.
touchdowns.
And 4 picks.
But that 4 came in week 1.
And what is he?
There's no
Let me see.
turnovers. No turnovers since.
I don't know, bro.
And he's throwing at like a 75% clip since week 1.
Yeah, no, I see that. And he's got 2 rushing touchdowns already.
But Allen will
Still
be
got,
Allen.
yeah,
He'll cycle back.
bro.
I
I don't know, man.
He'll cycle
I'm
back.
gonna sprinkle something on this CMC, B.
I love CMC. He's my MVP.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle something on this CMC for sure, because I don't see nobody else up here with that type of value. Not
You
even
know what's so
close.
crazy? As special as CMC is, it's like I don't know nothing about him. You know what I mean? Like I feel like nobody knows anything. I feel like he's like a ghost. He's not on any ads. You don't see him on any commercials. It's like, how does he just do
Well,
nothing?
it's Cali though. When you ever see Cali boys out here,
I mean, I
people who
get it.
play in the West Coast.
But you talking about one of the best to ever do it in Christian McCaffrey, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. What is
When
he?
you that
Offensive player of the year. I bet you he's leading offensive player of the year. Oh, that's offensive rookie. Let's see what. Yeah, exactly.
definitely
See
put
plus
some money on
225.
offensive rookie of the year. Might want to jump on that now.
What?
CJ
CJ?
Stroud. Yeah.
Yeah. Arche ain't. That's interesting. Way he's running.
No, I mean next person would be Puka, but don't forget Cup's coming, so it's going to cut into that.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I said Anche is an interesting one. If he gets to 1,000 yards as a rookie, if you're in the comeback
Yeah, but
was
Alte's
it was.
splitting carries. It's gonna be very hard to do that.
I don't think. And looking at comeback player of the year, Terrell Lamar. I don't think Hamlin wins this award. I just don't. Tua Lamar makes a lot of sense here. Damn, look at these odds, how they shifted. This was like minus like 600, 800.
Or he doesn't play.
He doesn't play. Yeah, he doesn't play. You can't, like, I wouldn't even bet this. Defensive player of the year has got to be TJ. Oh, defensive rookie. Well, what's his face just got hurt? Christian Gonzalez is out for the year. It's crazy.
There go defensive player of the year. What's that? DPOY.
Defensive player of the year. TJ all day for me.
Give me TJ.
TJ 5-1. What?
Ooh.
Give me TJ all day.
Although he did have that, he didn't do nothing last week.
Sure don't matter. He's still tied for leading sacks.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't do nothing. Now Khalil Mack had a crazy game with that 6 sacks.
That was crazy.
Right, 45 to 1. But he's not going to be sustainable. That's not going to be sustainable.
No,
Give me TJ. Give me TJ.
Does Micah keep it up though? Micah keep it up?
No, I don't think Micah can keep this up. Micah, I'm sorry. I don't think Micah can keep this up. Nah. Especially you just talked about he could be hurt. That's going to limit him. Give me TJ.
I like
it. If he's hurt, right? If he comes out hurt and he's out 2 games, this shifts in TJ's plus 150. Easy in a game.
And they're all deserving. They're all deserving of being in that top list, though, for sure.
So give me TJ, and I'm sprinkling something on CMC. Lamar is interesting here too. You know what I mean? Mahomes is always a problem, but I feel like he just won it. All right. Had a little fun there with the future bets. Sure to add that a little bit to the show. But talk to us. You got some teasers. What's up?
Yeah, we're gonna hit them right back with a 3 to 5 unit play on a 2-team teaser. 2 games we already talked about. I'm gonna follow that trend. Hopefully, they don't hang me, and we'll keep the ball moving, get that money coming in. New York Giants at Miami -11, 2-team teaser, 7 points. We're gonna bring that Miami down to -4, and we're gonna pair them up with Detroit Lions at home against Carolina at -2. I love Detroit here in this spot at home, playing Carolina team that has committed fully to Bryce. But I just feel like they're not ready yet. I think they'll be tight as far as defensively. They'll keep guys in the game, but I just don't think Price is there yet. He's still learning, and Detroit's going to get after you. They're very stingy defensively. One of the best defensive run stopping teams in the NFL. I love this game here. Give me Detroit at -2 with Miami -4. We do a 3-team teaser, 10-point. This will be 1 unit to 2 units. It'll be Miami again. We're going down to 1 to win. We're going to go Detroit to win at +1. And we're going to go with Houston at +12 at Atlanta. I think that's a good play there. If Houston has any struggles, I don't see them losing by 12 points. We got them outright to win the game. So our cap is going on that. And then my last teaser is a 3-team teaser for totals. We're going to go Thursday night game, Chicago, Washington. The line is set at 44.5. We're going to bring that down to 34.5, and we're going to go over that. Then we're going to go to 1 p.m. Saturday, New Orleans versus New England. 2 stout defenses playing against each other. That line is set at 40.5. We're going to take that up to 50.5, and we're going to go under that. And then we're going to go Kansas City, Minnesota. Kansas City at Minnesota. Line is set at 52.5, the highest total line of the week. We're going to seize that down to 42 and go over 42.5. So you have that Chicago, Washington over 34.5, New England, New Orleans under 50.5, and Kansas City, Minnesota over 42.5. Lock it in.
I like it. That's a 10-point joint, right?
And that'll be a 1, maybe a 1.5 unit play.
All right, and those are the numbers here. I have one teaser here, kind of following behind you here, in terms of the bets that I like. I think almost a mainstay. Obviously, you already talked about it. Miami, Detroit, and then I'm going here with the Rams because of the hook. I don't think the Eagles are going to beat them by 2.5 scores. So give me 10-point teaser here with the Dolphins, the Lions, and the Rams plus 14.5. Really like this plus 14.5 right here. That is my only teaser of the week. And then I do have another ad because I want some of that Cowboys pack to myself. But I'm going with a prop here. I saw it. Give me CMC over his receiving yards minus 31.5. I think he might even get almost close to 70 or almost 100 yards receiving in this game. Especially with Parsons out. I think they still have a good pass rush. Dallas. Better pass rush, obviously, with Parsons on the field. A lot of quick passes. I can see in this game, tight end, out in the flat, screens, things like that. If McCaffrey isn't running the ball well, they're going to still find ways to get him the ball, get him in space, and do what he does. So I like the over 31.5 rushing yards here. I wonder what his rushing receiving is, if that's even up yet, real quick. If it's even up. Receiving. Wow, some of the receiving. This one's dropping quick. Yeah, they don't have rushing receiving yet. They'll probably be in 99.5, I would think. Maybe 103.5 or something goofy like that. Wow, that just dropped. It's 30.5 right now. I still like it though. Kind of like Kittle here too. At 41.5. You know what? Let's hold on this bet. I'll drop some in the short in terms of this is Sunday Night Football. Yeah.
Yep.
Sunday Night Football. So we'll definitely take a look at that as well. Let's see here. What's a Monday night game? Green Bay versus the Raiders. We don't know if Jimmy's playing or not. I don't have a say on this game. Anything for you, or was this a stay away? I know you were looking at it.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So yeah.
Okay.
No play.
No play. And we typically do our round robin. I think our round robin did okay last week. I think we had 7 picks. think 3 of the 4 hit out of the 7. So we did lose money on it. That was just a scratchy ticket play, but we did get some money back. I honestly don't have a good round robin for this week. I think the lines are pretty sharp. If I was just in the dark here with it, I would probably take a lot of the underdogs here. You know, like I would take the Jets. I would take Arizona, the Rams. And just because of the point spread, I would take Carolina and the Giants. I would take the Jags since they've been in London for 2 weeks already, and Buffalo's flying over. Those would be kind of my plays, but because we talked about how weird this week is a little bit here, no round robin for me this week. I think we're cool on that. But I think we got a lot of good plays. I think that teaser is a must. That Jake Elliott thing, boy. I might hit that thing for 3 units, bro. I really might. I might have to hit that thing for 3 because that 2 that don't even seem right. That just seemed like such a bad line that was hung right there. But those are the plays for NFL Week 5. Man, another week in the books. Some more money to be printed. Some more money to be given out to you folks that are watching here with us. That's the homie B Diddy. I'm Moss Money. As always, appreciate y'all for jumping in, tuning in. Tell a friend and tell a motherfucking friend. This is Moss Money. This is MoneyPot betting. This is MoneyPot.
Go Phils.
Happy hunting. If you're seeing this video right now, that means you made it to the end. So congratulations. You are now almost officially part of the Money Team.
MoneyPot.
How do you become a part of the Money Team? If you're new to the channel, you have to hit the subscribe button. We want to blow this brand up. It's not me versus you or us versus them. It's us versus the sports book, us versus the bookman, aka the boogeyman. So make sure you're on the winning side and the winning team. I got bonus content up here for you guys to choose from. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Moss Money. This is MoneyPot. This is MoneyPot Betting.